there guys, my name is Steve and welcome back to FOOTY.COM. This is Phil Delves alongside me, our resident kit expert, and this is our kit review series for the 2019-20 season, reviewing all the major kits for next year. We've done absolutely loads so far, from United to Chelsea to Dortmund to Mönchengladbach to Corinthians, and it goes on and on and on. So if you're a kit fan, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video, and get involved in the comments with our kit ratings for the 2019-20 season. Today we've got an absolute beaut, and I think is that our first from Serie A this season so far?
Apart from Juventus.
Oh, Juventus. So we've got a very low bar there. It's a bar it's been raised for Serie A this season.
Yeah.
This is Puma's kit. AC Milan's Puma kit for the 2019-20 home season. Phil, where do we start with this one?
This is a really good kit. And
yep. The end.
100 out of 100. No, it was... there have been some leaks, which I was really positive about, and seeing now the full release, and they wore it on the pitch as well at the weekend.
2-0 victory over Rossoneri. I can't say that, but
yeah,
there you go.
That's it. Yeah, that'll do. It's it's a great shirt. It really is. I think one thing. Obviously, AC Milan shirts. Well, I say AC Milan shirts are always going to be the same. Obviously, as we've seen from other clubs, you can mess up an iconic design. But anyway,
yeah,
AC Milan, they're always going to have a striped shirt. But it was really interesting to see just how thin the stripes are. And it is a look which they've only done a few times, and I believe
most famously, and it's referencing the 1969-70 shirt, which Milan won their second European Cup in Madrid, beating Ajax before being crowned Intercontinental champions in October. So essentially, it's a very successful look for them. I put it on screen right now. It's that old-fashioned pinstripes, and it is really, really kind of loyal to that in terms of the pinstripe effect. Well, thick pinstripes, obviously. The thing that stands out to me about this shirt immediately is just how simple it is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great that I think a lot of times, particularly with a club as big as Milan, a lot of people think, how can you keep things fresh every year? But as you say, it's good that they've gone to this. And there's only a couple of other times, I think for their centenary shirt they had a similar look with the kind of thinner stripes, and it's great because Puma actually have tried some different things. They tried some things this season or last year, as you might be watching it. And it's great to see that because it's very faithful, as you say. There's very little distraction apart from the sponsor. If you took away the sponsor, it could very much be a retro shirt.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what? They're actually blessed to have one of the nicer looking sponsors in terms of. Flyer, it's a big brand. Not sure that adds any credibility, but you know what I mean. It's an instantly recognisable
and they've been
brand
with them for quite a few years.
Yeah,
so that's good. Yeah.
It's simple. It's clean. It matches the colours of the crest and the Puma sponsor. It basically doesn't detract from the shirt at all, really, does it? I don't think it
doesn't. And I think one of the things which we're seeing a lot this season already is brands like New Balance and others actually are trying things like a kind of big colour block at the top, which doesn't look great, and even things like collars. I'm always a bit, and I rant a lot on this channel about things like one-button collars and collars which just don't look great. So actually, it's quite funny that a simple crew neck, a bit like that.
Well, this is, I put this on before, but it reminds me of this quite a bit. Obviously, the stripes aren't the same. This is cut from a very similar cloth in terms of a simple, plain kit. It's the kind of kit I personally like, because I think I always like the ones that cross the line between fashion and football shirts. Yep. And this one very much like something you would see, ironically, in the catwalk in Milan, doesn't it?
Yeah, and
because it has that very simple vibe to it, with football bits on it.
It does, and it's funny how fresh that can look, such a simple colour.
Isn't it?
Actually, I think because there's so many other brands trying to be clever, I think you forget how good it is to have.
I also like, by the way, how once again, this is some for you in terms of symmetry. Where's it gone now?
Yes.
How the star fits perfectly in between the stripes.
Oh, yes.
That's kind of stuff that I can get behind.
Yep.
Perfect.
Very
right
good.
In between the stripes, the symmetry, and how even the little oval shape nestles neatly in between the black lines as well.
Yeah, it does. And
just
I think
nice.
These are the details we've talked a lot about. What makes a good shirt great, and it is those details, those fine margins, because it's very easy to have a shirt like this, and as you say, for something to
the icing on the cake, Phil.
So the cake, yes, this is fantastic.
And carry on, the stripes carry on.
I mean, again, something which you don't see in a lot of kits, actual pattern on the back. I mean, that is, we're just completely taken aback by how good that looks, honestly.
It's like they designed the pattern and put everything else around it. Like there was no thought, we're going to a simple pattern here. It's going to look gorgeous. It's going to be classic and black and white red stripes, and everything else will fit around it.
It looks really good. I mean, look at these pictures here
on the pitch as well.
Really good. Obviously, Milan have had an interesting year, but there's definitely signs of hope with the players they've got. So I'd hope to see them do well in this kit.
Do you know the best thing about it for me is if I saw that kit and it had no other sponsors and nothing on it, you'd just know it's AC Milan's kit.
You would.
And that is essentially what a good kit should do. It should look modern. It should also look inspired by the club's history.
Yep.
It shouldn't be noisy. It should be simple. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be simple. But if it's someone like AC Milan, you want to play on the heritage of a club. There's no point having a club like AC Milan with all that history and all that pride in what's gone before them and not play on it, because it's pride in football teams that makes it go out. And I think this captures it. I'm a big fan of this. It's the exact kind of kit I like personally. I'm the kind of guy who buys the retro kits, and I think this is what appeals to me. So you can see it there, people wearing it casually, looking really cool. Pair of jeans, mint.
Absolutely.
Anything you'd improve?
Oh, it's really hard to find anything, honestly.
Yeah, genuinely.
I think the only things I would say, and this again is something out of their hands, as clean as the sponsor is, I mean, I guess there could be a better sponsor there, but to be honest, that's been really, I'm struggling, I'm clutching at straws.
It's I agree with that, but it's, at the same time, the sponsor's so unintrusive,
they've also
isn't it?
not messed it up, and to be honest, the more I look at it,
that photo's good, isn't it?
Really good, and I'm trying to compare to previous Milan kits, because I think that's always important. Sometimes the kit looks great, and then you realise all their kits look great. But actually, I do think you could look at this, and
this is last year's kit here, so you got it over there now, and it's much nicer. I mean, this year's is much nicer.
And to be honest, even in previous years, Milan had a kind of quite a bad run of kits after when they last won the league.
A couple of years ago, that's the kit. A couple of years
ago. So I like this kit. It's a bit simpler.
It's like what this one is, but not quite as good.
Exactly, yeah. And to be honest, I'd have to go back. The last kit, I'd say the Milan kit, which I preferred to the new one. It's probably in the sort of Pete Kaka era, and there wasn't a lot of variation in the sort of mid noughties. But I think some of those kits were particularly nice, more because of the team that wore it, really.
Definitely.
The actual shirt. So just from a pure kit perspective, this is definitely the best, or my favourite Milan kit in the last decade at least.
So if you don't know, basically, we've been putting together a kit rankings. This list is going to get very, very long in a few months' time. But we've been going through all the kits that we deemed notable to make a video. And there's videos for all these on screen right now on our YouTube channel. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Check some of these videos out after this one, of course. Now, we've got a Serie A team propping up the table. Juventus with a diabolical kit, and there might be some more joining that tomorrow. Hello, Southampton's kits, which we'll be reviewing tomorrow. 31 for Juventus. Then we've got a bunch in the middle ground. It's been good so far this season for kits. A lot of good kits. Maybe we've been reviewing the ones we like. Maybe something to do with that. But Ajax is currently at the top with 86. Palace, Liverpool, Bayern, Chelsea, Liverpool again, and Dortmund coming up just behind Ajax really. Phil, this is the big one. Where does this sit for you?
This is very high. We talked about Ajax. That was another example, a bit like this, of a design which is very quintessentially the club it's made for, and timeless. But this goes better than the Ajax shirt.
I agree.
By a fair distance.
Oh, really?
You know what?
I'm going to talk to you into a higher score.
I was already going to say high 80s. I'm actually going to put it on a 90 because
I think that's fair.
You know what?
I think it's a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's a 9 out of 10, and it's in some ways it's a bit harsh because you could say, what makes it, why not a 95 or whatever. I think for a kit like that, it has to break some new ground. That's like a Nigeria kit for me, which despite the controversy, I think was a kind of seminal shirt. This is still fantastic.
I think this is just about as good as you can get with a retro-inspired simple kit, really,
I think that's a good.
I think in general,
I agree with you there.
I think people might, unless this team did well, I think people would look back on this in 20 years and not really know what that kit was about.
Actually, yes, a good point. If they win the league or a major trophy, it becomes a mid-90s
the point
kit.
is, great kits stand aside for their cultural impact, not just what they do on the pitch. And I think, the Nigeria kit, everyone will remember that because it's even regardless of the Nigeria team. I bet most people can't even name 5 players from that Nigeria team. But the point is, the kit was so bold and out there, it kick-started something special. This one, though, is a great AC Milan kit. If it becomes timeless, you'd have to do something special in the kit, maybe to have that kind of the style attached to it, or you'd have to break the mold a little bit. It doesn't break the mold, But I agree, it's a phenomenal kit, isn't it?
It is. Actually, one other thing to jump back, maybe a few more nice little details, which, to be fair, they might just not have shown them, but things like that are always nice to kind of give it 1 or 2 more points. But it's basically flawless,
If another team tops this season, I'll be very surprised, because this is a phenomenal kit and beautiful, something that hopefully I'm looking to get myself. Anyway, guys, that is our review of the AC Milan kit. Don't forget to be able to get all your AC Milan retro kits and so on for the best prices anywhere on FOOTY.com. That's what we do. We find the best deals on football shirts, boots, and all that kind of stuff for you, because we're impartial. I wouldn't say experts. I'm not. He is, definitely. Yeah. Anyway, guys, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new to this channel. Check out all the other videos, including Juventus' kit review, which I'll link after I finish talking right about now. And I'll put Ajax's kit there as well, so go and watch that one, because that is now in second place, unfortunately, for Ajax. It's been a season of mixed fortune for them, hasn't it? Sorry, guys. You've been peaked, unfortunately. Right, anyway, in a bit.